Anyway, I have a very unusual announcement. Very exciting. It's not exciting at all. And in fact, it will surprise all of you until I explain why. Then it won't surprise you. Then you'll be like, yeah, okay. So I'm not going to drink Perrier anymore, although I have a lot of Perrier in the house, which I am going to drink. We had it delivered while we were at the casino because I get it delivered every 2 weeks. But I stopped the deliveries. I'm not going to buy it anymore. So it'll be gone in a couple of weeks, and then that'll be it. The reason is, you might say, what, you're not drinking Perrier? Are you drinking something else? No. I drink a lot of sparkling water. I drink more sparkling water in a month than possibly everybody watching my stream has in their life added up. It's possible. There's only 118 of you here. The lifetime supply of sparkling water, the 118 you have had in your life compared to what I drink in a month is close. Anyway, I didn't drink any Perrier or any sparkling water when I went to the casino, and I slept like a million times better. And I felt a lot better. So I'm going to stop drinking Perrier. That was the only difference. I was losing at poker, so I felt bad anyway, but you know. And Karen cashed in one of her tournaments. She won over $600 in one of the events she played in. So that was good. And then I won some money today, but not too much. I won like a small amount of money. But I am drinking coffee, so no more Perrier. Although I will be drinking Perrier, but no more Perrier. And that reminds me of something funny. There's a Simpsons episode from when before you were born, hence before, where Homer promises Marge he won't drink for a month because he got arrested for drunk driving or something. I don't know. And she's like, can you just not drink? So he's not allowed to drive, I think, for a month, and then he doesn't drink. Anyway, so he says, okay, I won't drink for a month. Then he does something very unusual. He takes all the beer in his house and he dumps it down the drain. And I was like, he didn't say he was never drinking alcohol again. He says he's not drinking for 30 days. So I don't know why he would, that seems a little rash to pour all your beer into the drain if you're going to start drinking in 30 days. But anyway, instead of drinking on the 31st day, when he was allowed to, he went on a bike ride with Marge. So that was the happy ending. Thanks, Snarzy, for the sub. Yeah. No, but see, it's not that I drink sparkling water and I don't feel well, which is probably true, but that's not the point. Point is, I drink a lot of sparkling water. And when I say a lot, it's an insane amount. So I'm just not going to drink anymore and then I'll feel better. So that's problem solved. I mean, if you knew how much Perrier I drank, you'd be like, that's not possible. Like, we get 24 bottles, the 16-ounce bottles, the big ones, delivered to the house every 2 weeks, and they're gone in 6 days. So the next 8 days, I go buy Perrier or something. Yeah, so I'm drinking like 4 bottles a day. And, you should drink like half a bottle a day. So that's, it's not good. Is trying is the first step towards failure, Simpsons quote? It was said on The Simpsons, but it doesn't mean it wasn't said before that. But that's the first time I've heard it. Yeah, that was about 30 years ago. Trying is the first step to failure. That's Homer said that. It's possible somebody else said it first, but I say that almost every day. Like I said it today at the poker table. Thanks, Squirrel Brain, for subscribing. There's nothing bad about sparkling water. Go sparkling water. I'm just not going to drink anymore. And so forth. That's right, Squirrel Brained. You should be like donating when you write something like that, because then people will see it. Thanks, Papancha. You're the best. I can't drink 1 Perrier a week because if I did do that, instead, I would drink 1 Perrier a strong. Oh, you just misspelled week. You put the other week. Okay, I thought you meant like week. Like, oh no. I would do it strong because I go to the gym. So. Talks with his own brain. Yeah, that's true. Seems like shaky logic for a GM. No, strong. I tell the young ones to always eat their vegetables. Can anybody write in a proper syntax, or it always has to be the wrong there, the wrong week, the spelling Carlson wrong, spelling Fisher wrong? Terrible. It's Karen.
I was going to say I'm leaving.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Je vous écoute.
Without naming names, I have to go get my friend out of jail. She didn't do anything wrong. Hey, did you tell him about my men cash?
Yeah, I said you cashed and you won over 600.
Yeah.
They don't have to know what the entry fee was or the other stuff.
No, listen, I'm proud of it.
They don't have to know. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Remain confident, subscribe.
All right, bye. I got to run. I got to drive downtown.
Mm-hmm. Ad Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Tot ziens. До свидания. So I have mods here, I know I do, and nobody's banned Rules of the Divine. Unbelievable. I know there's mods here. C.L. Smith is here. What's happening? Unbelievable. All my mods are banned. Is there no mods here? Anybody? No? Interesting. Yeah, we need more mods because a lot of times I have like 3,000 people watching and one mod. What? It was a little funny. It wasn't very nice. It wasn't insulting me. It was insulting Karen. That's why, you got to get banned. It was held so you guys didn't see it. But I mean, the mods can see it. Yay! The famous fucking legend has raided me. Gatakomsky. Gatakomsky doesn't know this, and he doesn't care. I can't stress enough how much he doesn't care. If only you knew how much he didn't care. But since I moved to Georgia 7 years ago, I've lost one slow-rated game in the state of Georgia, and it was to Gata in the last round, and then he won like a big prize, and I got my usual nothing. Go Gata. Me and Gata used to be like that, son. Yeah, our wives didn't like it. They were like, hey, you guys stop doing that. Fen Beingold, 300 bits. Go mods. I should be a mod. What? Aren't you the guy that should be banned? Great 2012 game against the Aster at St. Louis Chess Club. You talking to Komsky or me? I never played a great game against the Aster. It must have been Gata. Yeah, Gata got slighted, and not for the first time, by the U.S. Chess Federation when they declared that Fabiano Caruana is the first American player since Fischer to play for the World Championship. And Gata's like, what about when I played Karpov for the World Championship? And then they're like, what? Who's Karpov and who are you? Because they're the U.S. Chess Federation. They're like, what? I remember it. I remember when it happened. I kind of banned him. Some dude came to my channel saying things he said you taught him. I banned him. All right, that's good. No, we like banning here. Banning is good. Fen Beingold, 200 bits. You use an engine to cry yourself to sleep. That doesn't sound like something I say, is it? I don't remember saying that. The other stuff I say all the time. Ben would never teach. That's also true. Yeah. Bans will continue. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the raid, Gata. I hope your viewers like my stream. We're going to be on Chess TV in about 10 minutes, so we'll have more viewers. Today's Sub Sunday, so if you're watching, you have to sub. Somebody should give Gata a sub. You're required to, actually. And you must sub if you're watching, and you must give 10 subs. And the most important thing is you must listen to everything I say. So sub, donate subs, sub again, and don't play F6. The engine stuff, I don't know what that is, but yeah. Don't forget that. It's funny, the Comet Ping Pong Pizza doesn't have a basement, but somehow there were still things going on in there. No! The train was a success, even though we didn't do so well. My middle name is Gata? You gotta be kidding me. Now, I could be wrong about this. I'm not wrong, but I could be. So if I'm wrong, sorry. Gata's actually a very good Pokemon player on the internet. And he plays other games that aren't chess. And this isn't a joke. It sounds like I'm setting it up for a joke, but it's not. And his handle is Gotta Catch Them All. Gotta Catch Them All with G-A-T-A. None of that is a joke. All of that is true. I'm not making that up. Sorry. I'm sorry I said something that wasn't a joke. I apologize. We've had very few subs since I yelled at you guys to sub. There we go, Seaburn. Feel the burn. Yeah, Gata was one of the 5 best players in the world for, I don't know, 12 years maybe. Sounds about right. Something like that. And he was probably second or third best for quite some time. Then the truth hurts. Then we all get older. Terrible. The only problem with not getting older is the alternative is worse. So for those of you who don't know, even though we live in the age of the internet, so you should know everything as it's happening, and somebody's going to say it on the stream later. In about an hour and a half, they're going to say, did you hear Richard Belzer died? Which I'm telling you now. But in like an hour and a half, somebody's going to say, hey, did you hear that? And like, he died several hours ago. So we heard it like when he took his last breath, it was like send on the internet. It was like right there. Now, there's 215 of you watching, which means about 190 of you haven't heard of Richard Belzer. And about 25 of you have. So for the 25 of you that have, my condolences. He was a stand-up comedian, but for reasons I don't understand, I guess he wanted to get paid. He was a cop on 2 different shows, I think. Like in a serious role, not as a joke. But he's a comedian. So he was a comedian or he was a serious actor on cop shows. Those are your options. Thanks, Fen Beingold. Was the 2012 U.S. Championship, I'm not saying it was, I'm asking if it was. Is that the one where Yasser lost all of his games and that was the end of he didn't play chess anymore? In one of the U.S. Championships, Yasser lost 9 games out of 13. And one of his losses was to Shulman, which isn't so funny, but here's why it's funny. There's a reason why it's funny. I'm not saying it was 2012 or 13. I don't know when it was, but it was around then. Shulman drew all of his games, and he beat Yasser. That was his only win and his only non-draw. So if you find the U.S. Championship where Shulman had 12 draws and a win, that was the one where Yasser just lost all of his games. I don't know what year it was, but it was 2013, 14, somewhere in there. Something like that. Rules of the Divine still hasn't been banned. Everybody's banned. We're only going to have one mod. It's going to be Gata, and Gata's going to ban everybody. Man, that would be great. That's the world I want to live in. Gata's the only mod, and he just bans everybody. But I can't. I mean, that's Nirvana there. Yeah, that's just great. Oh yeah, that Simul was fun. Your game was the knight takes f7 finish? Good. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think knight takes f7 was the final move. I think it was just knight f7. I don't think there was a pawn there. But I think I played knight takes f7 earlier. I don't know. Don't ask me. Jay Kogan, who name I always think is Logan, subscribed. Our trip was great. We had a lot of fun. Played a lot of poker. I just played cash games, and Karen played a little cash. Then she played tournaments. She probably played like an hour of cash. Then she played many, many, many hours of tournaments. So there was a guy at the tournament in one of the circuit events Karen was playing in, and you've never heard of him. Maybe like 2 of you have heard of him. Like 1% of you have heard of him. His name is Lee Force, F-O-R-S-E, like he has the force. And the reason he's famous is because about 10 years ago, I could be off a year or 2, he made the final table of the World Series of Poker. And on one of those ESPN shows, they were showing him a lot because, he made the final table. So they show a lot of people, then they edit it like they always do to make the final, that's how ESPN does it. And so he was on a lot. Man, he looked like he was in rough shape. God damn. Yeah, he didn't look like a wealthy poker player, although I'm not sure what a wealthy poker player looks like. He looked like they got him from the homeless shelter to play in the poker tournament. So now the truth hurts. Why did you... nobody's banning Rules of the Divine. I'm serious. Don't I have any mods here? I really don't have any mods. I have to do it. Jesus Christ. I'm going to ban all of my mods. I'm going to demod them. Let's see. Invite to guest star. What? Invite to guest star. None of what he wrote got through. I mean, some things did. I ban you, you ban me, except you don't ban me. I've been telling you to ban the guy for like 10 minutes. What? Yeah, I have the worst mods. Who needs banning? There was a guy writing pages and pages of nonsense for 10 minutes. Are you even looking at the chat? Anyway, Fen Beingold is banned, except he always donates money every stream, so he's unbanned immediately. Otherwise, no, but I really do need more mods because sometimes I'm streaming and there's no mods. But I can't trust any of you, especially my mods. They really can't trust them. You lost your internet connection, you're banned. No, but the thing is, why are there no mods on my stream? Doesn't our channel have like 20 mods? What are you guys doing all day? Also, where's Tensor extension? What, is he taking Sunday off? What's going on here? If you want to be a mod, I have to recognize your name and realize you've never done anything terrible. Then I'll consider it. And then Karen will make you a mod. Although I think she can't. So I wanted to talk about, very briefly, the Alejandro Ramirez drama. Now the drama is mainly focused on me. People are like, you suck, Ben Feingold. I always knew you sucked. Everything that you said was crazy. Your stream is unwatchable. Your opinions are stupid. You're the worst person who ever lived. Signed, anonymous person who has an internet connection. Okay, so first of all, let me explain like facts. I'm going to spit facts because something wrong with my mouth. So I'm spitting a lot lately. So people are complaining that I said the age of consent in Costa Rica is lower. Okay, the age of consent in Costa Rica is lower. So, I'm sorry you don't like that. That's what it is. So I pointed that out for reasons people don't understand. And that reason is there are complaints against Alejandro, more than one, that some of his behavior, whatever that behavior is, has been with girls who are underage. And people are like, no, that wasn't the complaint. The complaint was that he, what's the word she used? Assaulted Jen Shahade. Jen Shahade's not underage. It is true that Jen is claiming that Alejandro assaulted her. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about other stuff. So there's a lot going on here. that you guys don't know about, even though Jen posts it on Twitter and Facebook, but you guys still don't know. And obviously, when Jennifer Shahade makes such an accusation, I don't care who she's accusing, that person's guilty and Jennifer's right. Because I know these people. I've known these people since before you were born. Well, Jennifer, I have. I've probably known Jennifer Shahade longer than most of you have been alive. So I've never heard her in my life ever accuse anybody of anything. Not specifically. Obviously, on the internet, she gets harassed a lot, and she might say, I'm a woman, I get harassed a lot on the internet, because that's what happens when you're a woman. You get harassed on the internet. Sorry. Now, the reason I said Costa Rica has a younger age of consent is because they do, and he grew up in Costa Rica. Then somebody said, you shouldn't say bad things about Puerto Rico. What? Okay, so Alejandro grew up in Costa Rica where the age of consent is 15, although some people on the internet say it's 14. So either it used to be 14 and now it's 15, or everybody on the internet's just wrong, that's more likely. And so from Alejandro's perspective, if he's in his late teens or early 20s, let's say 18 to 25, and he's interested in girls who are 15, 16, 17, that may be legal in Costa Rica, and it's illegal in a lot of U.S. states, most of them. I think 15 is illegal in every U.S. state. So I was just pointing that out, that things that are considered crimes in the U.S. may not be considered crimes in other countries. I wasn't saying Costa Rica is bad. I was just saying they have different laws than we do. And he grew up there. And he moved to the U.S., I believe, when he was 16, he started going to college in the U.S., a smart guy. He actually has a degree in something. I mean, I know Alejandro really well. See, this is the problem. When I'm talking about Hikaru and Gada and Alejandro and Jennifer, I know them really well. You guys heard of them. You guys are like, oh yeah, Gada Komsky, I heard of him. Okay, I've hung out with all these people for years. I mean, you guys are all the worst. So anyway, Alejandro's a super smart guy. He became a GM at the age of 15. So when he was a kid, he was traveling all over the world playing chess. So obviously, if he did assault Jen Shahade, it's a he said, she said, and or if he was attracted to women, which would be illegal in the U.S., but not illegal in Costa Rica, that was my point, was it's not clear where these incidents took place. There's a third thing, which I didn't talk a lot about, but I'm going to talk about it now. There's a third thing, which is that he's been accused of. These are just accusations. I'm telling you what he's accused of. Jen Shahade's one. Underage girls, I think there's 2 or 3 complaints about that. Then the other one is there's complaints that he was interested in students. And so this is a different dynamic. Even if the student is like 18 and he's 25 or whatever, if you're going to a tournament to coach girls, you're not supposed to be interested in them. That's not illegal, it's just terrible. So there's 3 accusations. He was interested in his students. He was interested in girls that may be illegal in some countries, maybe, for him to be interested. And he assaulted Jen Shahade. Those, and they're all separate. Just because Jen said something and I said something else doesn't mean Jen didn't say that either. These are all coming from Jen. It's not information I'm making up. A lot of people are coming forward. There's been investigations by the St. Louis Chess Club and the U.S. Chess Federation, which aren't legal investigations. The St. Louis University, again, I'm just saying facts. If you don't like the facts, I'm sorry. You're a Republican. What can I tell you? He's the coach of St. Louis University, has been for many years. He's their chess coach, and they're one of the top 5 schools in the U.S. in chess, St. Louis University. The Billikens, okay? I'm not sure what a Billiken is. Anyway, he's no longer listed on their website as their chess coach. So things are being done by organizations and others that are, making it tough for him. And so far, law enforcement hasn't got involved, But it seems to me, if the allegations are true, I'm not saying they are, but if they are, law enforcement may get involved. Maybe. And it could be some of the allegations are statute of limitations. And it could be it's all a big misunderstanding. I'm just telling you what's happening. I'm not passing judgment. I've known everybody for years and years and years and years and years. These are people that I know. And I do know, I have some inside information for you. I have a friend whose name I won't say, who is good friends with Yasser Seirawan, which I would say I'm friends with Yasser Seirawan. We don't text and email each other every day. I don't think Yasser has a cell phone, by the way. Also, I'm not kidding. I don't think he has, he didn't have a cell phone like 7 years ago. I don't think he has one. But anyway, a friend of mine who emails him a lot, they email each other. Yasser's a total shock that these allegations are coming to light. And my friend knows Alejandro really well too, and he's also shocked. I'm less shocked, but I didn't think there was any like assault with Jen Shahade or illegal activities. I mean, I've known Jennifer forever, so she didn't tell anybody. Well, she didn't tell me. She might have told Greg, but I didn't know. I was like, he's assaulting Jen Shahade? What? I can't believe it. I mean, I believe it. I'm taken aback. Because you think you know people, and I know both of them really well. And then to hear that one's assaulting the other one, what? That's crazy. So that's what's happening. Other chess streams aren't talking about it, although Alexandra Botez on Twitter was saying there should be some kind of, like, not a clearinghouse, but I don't know what word to use, where people who feel they've been treated either sexually assaulted or underage or something in that kind of ilk, that they can report it somewhere. Because Susan Polgar claims on Twitter that these things happened to her a lot, and that if she reported it, that didn't matter. The reporting went unnoticed and nobody cared. So I know when Susan and her sisters were kids, it was 100% their parents were with them at tournaments. I mean, I know that because I was at tournaments with them. And then, as they get older, obviously they're traveling by themselves. They don't have like an entourage of people. But Susan said she had security at tournaments when she was older because people would accost her or whatever, which, that can happen. You're traveling as a woman by yourself, the truth hurts. Yeah, Karen doesn't like to stay in certain hotels because she's scared of them. Like outside door and, creepy hotels. We actually switched hotels at the poker tournament. We were at a hotel which she didn't like. And when I opened the door, there was a guy in our room. He said he was maintenance, but he was like charging his phone and using our bathroom. He was maintenance. He just was using our room. So we left and we went to another hotel, which was 1,000 times nicer. So, but I mean, if Karen was alone and she opens the door and there's a guy like hanging out in her room, that's not a good hotel. The truth hurts. So I don't know. Right. Age of consent in countries is different. I just pointed that out because if people claim Alejandro broke the law, it's possible he didn't break the law in certain instances with underage girls, but that what he did is still preposterous without being illegal. Because I don't know where incidents of the complaints took place. Okay. Now, coincidentally, for reasons I can't explain that have nothing to do with me, I want to point out they have nothing to do with me, is I know what the legal age is in Missouri, and it's a lot more than 15. So that has nothing to do with me. You can figure out how I know, maybe. Maybe you can figure it out. Maybe. Let's see how smart you guys are. But yeah, I mean, like the legal age in some European countries, South and Central America, other places is different. And there's been at least 2 complaints, which, I don't know if it's true, where he was, too aggressive with people who aren't of age. And I think Jen Shahade said as of like 4 days ago, there were 4 or 5 complaints about Alejandro from different people. Because people are actually telling her. Once she came out and said this is what happened, other people said that happened to me too. So it's they're not telling me. Nobody cares what I think. But I'm just relaying the information to you. And I don't do it for views. I mean, that's what's happening in the chess world. Sorry. A lot of people who are like backing Hans Niemann, they're like on the Hans Niemann side of the controversy with that, think that Alejandro was mean to Hans during some of these interviews, which I don't, but I've known Hans Niemann since before most of you were born too. So, I mean, I know all these people. We know each other. So I give you my insight, and some of you don't like my insight, don't agree with it, don't like the stream, don't like facts, don't like what I'm talking about. Watch somebody else's stream. Sorry. If you don't like my stream, there's a million other streams to watch. You can watch all of them, and you can tell them you hate them too. Or, if you like it, you could watch their stream. You're not forced to watch my stream. It's easy to not watch my stream. 99.9999% of the world isn't watching my stream or even knows it exists. Well Hung Rook gave $15. That's what's great about a lot of society is you can hate stuff and then you're not forced to watch it. So like what they should do in prisons in the US, instead of putting you in prison and then you have to live there, and that costs a lot of money, it makes people more hardened, it doesn't really help them, they should just, the sentence is you have to listen to Hanson like all day, right? Like you could say like, I don't like Hanson, and then you could not listen to Hanson. So a punishment could be, you have to listen to Hanson. Then you're like, oh my God, I'll never commit a crime again. Otherwise the rest of your life is the same. And in that ilk, you could find other things like that. Like you're forced to watch car racing. You have to watch car racing. Terrible. Or the worst, this is only for like the worst offenders. This is for the worst offenders. This is like people who get the death penalty. Instead of the death penalty, they can live at home, but they have to listen to country music all day. Oh my God. Man, put me in jail instead of make me listen to country music. Terrible. Forced to listen to Maroon 5. Right. Anyway, you see my point here is if you don't like my channel, don't watch it. If you like my channel, you can watch it. You can be like, oh, I like that Ben Feingold, he's funny. Now, for this trip that I went to the poker in Cherokee, I've never had so many people recognize me. Hey, you're Ben Feingold, you're the chess guy, et cetera, et cetera. One guy said, his name is also Ben F, so I like that. He's donated $200 to my stream. He was like 3 seats away from me at the poker. He's 2 seats away. And he said, is Karen playing in the tournament? So he knew everything about the stream and Karen. And he actually lost a few pots to me, so he donated a little to me also. So that was nice of him. I've never been recognized so much. Usually it's 1 or 2 people. But here it was like 2 dealers and like 7 or 8 different players. So that was nice. Nice to get recognized. And nobody ever says, I hate you, and I hate your stream, and I hate your views on everything. They just say, oh, I like your stream, or, you stream, do you still live in St. Louis? I'm like, no, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Right, if you don't like country music, I recommend not listening to it. That's what I do. If you don't like my stream, don't watch it. It's easy not to watch it. But if I listen to country music all day and I came on my stream and I said, I hate country music, I just listened to it for 2 hours, it's horrible. Why did I listen to it for 2 hours? What's wrong with me? So if you don't like my stream, instead of coming on my stream and saying you suck and your wife sucks and you suck more and you're the worst, and remember Moist Critical hated you 2 years ago and I hate you more now, just don't watch. You can go watch something else. Watch something you like. Nobody's forcing you to watch my stream. Unless they take my idea and replace prisons with making people do stuff they hate. So like if you really hate watching my stream and you commit a crime, you're required to watch my stream. That'll show you. Teach you. Yay, the Death Angel. Good handle. Yay, you subscribe with Prime. That's the best way to subscribe. I remember I was driving from Michigan to Charlotte, North Carolina. And this was about 8 or 9 years ago, I'm guessing. It was 8 or 9 years ago. And for some reason, my phone was telling me to take like side roads. Like that was the quickest. So I was going through like Ohio and West Virginia, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't have satellite radio. I didn't have CDs. I was turning the radio on. So if you're driving in Ohio and West Virginia, and Tennessee and North Carolina, god damn, and you're listening to FM radio, man, the truth hurts. That's something I won't forget. It was like terrible country song, much more terrible country song, unbelievably terrible country song. That's what I had to live through. Terrible. Have I ever played Michael Adams? You had to spell Michael wrong. Damn. No. I've never even played him a Blitz game. I've never played him any kind of game. All right, let's play chess. 5-minute unrated. Challenge me 5-minute unrated. You can do it. I mean, maybe you can do it. I'm white. White goes first. Sub Sunday. Make sure if you're challenging me, you're a sub. Sub Sunday. Always sub. A sub above. Let's just play something I never played before. That seems like fun. See, I don't know. Here. I don't know. What's wrong with this? I develop my knight, develop my bishop. What's the problem? Yeah. This looks like chess position. Let's see. Rook c1, queen c2, queen b3, or knight d2. I don't know. Wait, what happened? Thanks, Fen Beingold. You're the best. Now this looks like a queen c2 Nimzo, so I'll do that. Since I played the queen c2 Nimzo. This looks like it could have happened from a queen c2 Nimzo. I'm not saying it could. It looks like it could. Make sure if you challenge me, it's unrated. And make sure it's 5-minute with no increment and no excrement. If you showed up late to my stream, and you did, I'm not going to drink Perrier anymore because I had an epiphany at the casino. And I don't mean Mary chess or Mari chess. I mean, I had an epiphany. Complicated joke. Most of you won't get it. Let's see here. I don't know. I got all my pieces out. How can that be bad? That's what my dad taught me. Get all your pieces out. Thanks, Real Icky. The real sticky part of the icky. Yeah, I have a lot of Perrier in the house. I'm going to take care of that. Then that's it. I get Perrier delivered every 2 weeks and I stop delivery. I'm not going to buy it anymore. So once the Perrier in the house is gone, that's it. I'm not dumping it down the sink. But I'm only going to drink it like with food. Because, I drink when I eat food because it's hot. I like hot, spicy food. And then that'll be it. No more Perrier, no more sparkling water, no more club soda, just black coffee and regular water. And maybe I'll listen to Squeeze occasionally. Let's see, 3,000 people watching. Probably about 7 of you got that joke. About 7 out of 3,000 got that joke. Mm-hmm. Cool for cats. I mean, that's a joke too, I guess. I am cool for cats, it's true. Black coffee in bed. D Blind Bugger, did you fall asleep? It is midnight in Paris. Okay, that's the wrong 5-minute unrated. Oh yeah, I'm actually on the wrong thing. I'm supposed to be on this thing. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I remember during the first game, so that's pretty good. Then you can see the list of people who want to beat me. Let's see. He played CD. He's a CD character. Let's see if I do ED, then I can take care of it because the squares are blue. That'll take care of ED. The blue square. Perfect. Only like 12 of you got that joke. Now you all got that joke. Mm-hmm. 3,300 viewers, what else? Man, this is incredibly slow for a 5-minute game. It's like I'm forgetting that I'm playing. I'm going to go walk around and look at the other games. We both lost at poker, but Karen cashed in one of the tournaments. She won a $600 prize in one of the poker tournaments she played in. But we had a good time. We changed hotels, got a better hotel. We had a lot of coffee. Karen got some Starbucks. It was all good. Well, let's see. F4 wins a piece. And I could take this, which is stupid. Go here, which is slightly less stupid. I don't know, I like the stupid move because my knight's good on e5. Like if I play bishop here, he can play knight here and take my bishop anyway. So I mean, the goal is I want my knight on e5, and I don't want my knight here. I want on e5. If I play bishop e5, my knight can't go to e5. Yeah, now I can never play f3. Kick his knight out. Is there a move that's not this? I guess he could take. So c5 or takes. c5, knight f7. Thanks, Fen Beingold. Hey, probably. So if I take, I get rid of my doubled pawns. But this is sort of crunching. This lets his bishop out a little. I got to keep his bishop at bay. What would Beyonce say? Keep it at bay. Guess here. Castle. I got 2 open files, 1 for each of you. If it's free, it's for me. Make sure if you're challenging me, you're a sub to the channel. If you're not a sub, then sub. If you can't sub, ask in the chat for a sub, and somebody will give you a sub. Do as I say. Let's see, I don't know. All I know is I have more time. Thanks, Seaburn, for gifting a sub. Feel the burn. Thanks, Dankle16. Thanks, B-J. I can't get in there. I feel like I played well that game. That means I didn't play well. That means like I think I played well, but I didn't. 4 mistakes, 1 blunder. Damn. I thought I played well, but I blundered every move and mistakes every move. Darn. I played 85.9 and he played 80.6. I had no blunders and no misses. So, okay, I played better than that thing said I did. All right. Thanks, Fen Beingold. Go, Fen Beingold. Yeah, I played well enough to win, right? Cardisco subscribed. Hooray, I'm planning on going to a trip to Europe May to June. Hoping to play a tournament. Are there any major open tournaments you'd recommend? Yeah, I'm not the one to ask about that. I know nothing. There's some place to go that has tournaments like the Weekend Chess or Chess Results where they have upcoming tournaments listed. Then you could just look up and see the year before and the year before, like who played and such. I mean, there'll be tournaments everywhere. I just don't know which ones are good. Probably they're all good. But yeah, I'm a bad. I don't know anything. I haven't played in Europe since before you were born. Yay, I'm white every game. It's my stream. It's the bayonet. Still theory. It might be still theory. This move's probably suspect. Yes, the two bishops. What else? Thanks, B-J, for gifting a sub. Remember, if you want a sub and you can't sub, ask in the chat. Somebody will give you a sub. Yay, Songfish subscribed. It's Sub Sunday, and I didn't stream on Friday or Saturday, so we need a lot of subs. We've been making nothing. Terrible. Yeah, I promoted my queen to a queen. Yay, Fen Beingold gifted a sub. Yeah, ask for a sub in the chat if you're not a sub. It's Sub Sunday. You're required to sub if you're watching the stream. Also, if you're not watching the stream, you're still required to sub. Man, tough break. Tough stream. Looks good. Thanks, Seaburn, for gifting a sub. Feel the burn. Yay, thanks, Fen Beingold. Go, Fen Beingold. Didn't see what he said. Oh, there it is. The truth hurts. You know what I think of Nate Shadow's position? Meh. Fen Beingold gifted a sub. All we need is everybody watching a sub. Then we're good. Also, if you're not watching, sub. Can you hear me? I'm pretty loud, so maybe they can hear me. And if I banned you earlier in the stream, then you really have to sub. I feel like I played well that game too. It's probably going to say I suck. 5 blunders, 10 mistakes. 1 mistake, 0 blunders. That's better than the last game. Let's see what their game review says. I played 94.4 and he played 76.2. I made 11 book moves? Me? I made 11 book moves? God damn. Doesn't sound like me. 1 mistake, 3 inaccuracies. I made 11 best moves, and my opponent made 4 best moves. And 4 is less. Damn. What happened? I heard a noise. Seaburn gifted a sub. Yay. Good noise. Yeah, 94.4 is good for a 5-minute game for me when I'm talking to the crowd and being silly. Yeah, that's a good final position. He's threatening check, but always play bishop f1. I'm black. What? This is my stream. Terrible. Man, it's like we're world champions until that move. Everybody watching my stream smokes weed unless they're too young. Then they smoke weed and their parents don't know. So yes, and they do want to give you a sub. S-Day, subscribe with Prime. Although the most likely culprit for smoking weed says he never smokes weed ever. So that shows you what I know. Bonarici. I've never been so insulted. Yay, Court Monson subscribed. 27 and so forth. 61 months. Trying to learn. Subscribed at tier 2. Thanks, Trying to Learn. Yay, that's good. That's good subscribing. Go smoke paprika. Never play F6. Well, my opponent's rated 460. And it's possible that my opponent's 11 years old. I'm not saying they are. It's possible. People in the chat are like, that's my IQ. It's not an IQ, it's an age. Hooray, I won. Ooh, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. Maybe I played in the 90s again. I played 90.3. I made no inaccuracies, no mistakes, no misses, and no blunders. And I still only played 90.3. Man, harsh. Tough break. It's the Queen's Gambit. Go Chessable course. Oh, I just did it. I just sent the chapter on this. I'm gonna play what I recommended. We'll see how that works out. I just wrote a chapter on this. Yeah, I said you have to play E5. If you don't, you play knight here, and you win. Well, let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I said don't do that. Well, I wrote and wins. Now where's my win? Who's writing these chapters? Go subs. Hey, we didn't lose too many subs when I was gone. That's good. Man, if somebody walks up to this game now and says this queen was on D5, nobody would believe it, especially me. Well, I guess this is the right move. I hate to develop my pieces, but all right. I am the grandmaster. It would be embarrassing losing to an 800 player, I agree. When I was 6, my first US chess rating was 901. And I wasn't good. I was overrated. Yeah, if you buy my Chessable course and you get this position with white, then I earned my money. King takes double exclam. The engine. It's probably just as good as knight takes. Thanks, Fen Beingold, for gifting a sub. What did he do? Bishop e7? I wasn't paying attention. Somebody give my Tipo a 17 a sub. Do it. He asked nicely. Hey, Ben, are you ready to admit lead chess is better? That would be acknowledging, not admitting. It's not a crime. I actually haven't been on lead chess in like 3 years, so I didn't know my username, and somebody in the chat told me my username. So then I had to give a simul on lead chess Thursday. 9.99, Heinz Superman. Bishop and knight mate. Yes, sir. Nothing beats chess.com. Go chess.com. I like chess.com. Look at my position. Pretty good. Fen Beingold gifted a sub to Sam Raptis. Yay. Etienne wants to sub, but he spelled his name with these hyphens, so we can't do it. Or dashes, whatever they're called. You know where Etienne gets checkmated when he plays chess? Anybody? Anyone? Anybody? On the back row. Oh, snap! There you go. Nate Shadow the Meg got it. The Bubbas. Come on, somebody give a sub who's not Fen Beingold. Somebody else give a sub. Yay, Roy has the fire. Gifted 5 subs. Although it doesn't say the fire, it says Tef fire. Anyway, thanks. Go, Roy. Hey, Roy's off the grid. He doesn't have a social security number. Always sack the exchange. Two bishops, Vattals. Man, now he can castle either way. The only question is which way is more illegal? The answer, this way. It's illegal for 4 reasons or 3 reasons. Let's see if Karen's texting me. Somebody's texting me. Let's see. I can get a free egg roll. All right. You know you're a fat guy when restaurant apps keep texting you and stuff. Like, hey, and it always says, hey, fat guy. And I'm like, hello? Terrible. Any tips on not being awful at chess? Yes, play better. The poker, that was a lot of fun. All right, somebody wants me with bishop and knight, which is hard to do when my opponents resign. But I'll see what I can do. You should never resign if you're playing me on the stream, because, you know, I could reset the board or get 7 bishops or 9 queens, you know, something funny. Or you could even beat me, but let's not go too far here. Turkey? Yeah. All right, Chessable. I did this Chessable chapter about a month ago. I didn't look at that move because it loses a pawn. I wonder if I said that loses a pawn. That's a good question. Try to be worse than the guy at the chicken shop. That's funny. Now, is it 100% or 200% he's going to allow this winning his queen? The answer was 200%. That's a good tactic for you kids at home. 200% was the right answer, by the way. 4,000 viewers, what else? By the way, another opinion I want to give you about the Alejandro situation, which isn't necessarily related to that, but it's something I think about. Whenever several people come forward to explain that somebody else did something bad or illegal, that's because that person did something bad or illegal. Now, we all do things that are bad or illegal. Some of them are worse or more illegal than others, and some of them affect other people more. And everybody's like, oh, you can't, these people could be lying, and these are just accusations. Yeah, fuck that. That's not how I look at life. I'm not a court of law, I'm a person. If I was a juror, then I would pretend that, I was looking at all the evidence. And I have been a juror twice. Once I was a foreman. But the point is, this isn't a court. This is like my chess stream. And so when you have 2, 3, 4, 5 different people accusing somebody of the same illegal and or bad behavior, that's because that person did that. And if you're like, oh, that doesn't mean anything. What about this and what about that? You can live in your own world if you want. You have the right to your dumb opinion. And if you have a chess stream or you stream something else, you could give your dumb opinion on your stream. Your idiotic, absurd opinion. Some people think Trump was a good president. If you have a stream, you can go on and say Trump's great and Republicans are great and white supremacists are great. And you can have like the Nazi symbol as the symbol of your stream. You can do whatever you want. But this is my stream. And on this stream, we spit facts. We're woke on this stream, but in a good way. Man, someday I'm going to learn what like woke and all those other words that don't make any sense mean. What are the 3 or 4 words that I always make fun of on my stream? I can't remember what they are. One of them's woke. What are the other ones? Ratio, based. Good job. Yeah, those are the words. Woke, ratio, and based. Give me a 4th word. Cringe? No. Cringe has always been around. These are newer words. Like in the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, nobody said ratio. Nobody said based. What's the 3rd word? These words were just made up recently from the internet. From, dummies like you guys. Oh yeah, Riz is like a newer word from those other ones. Sus has been said for like 10 years. Boomer's been said for a long time too. Mainly it's used in the wrong way. There's a definition of a boomer and people have changed the definition to somebody that's older than them. So like if you're like 22 and somebody who's 29, they're a boomer to you because you're dumb, man. You're not necessarily a moron if you say ratio and based and those other words, but you are. You have to add more than 3 or 4 words to your vocabulary. Like you should add the word dumbass. That would help. Man, I can't believe what a dumbass I am. Because I didn't get loofed on the back rank like any other GM would. Terrible. So please don't resign if you can hear me, because I'm going to make you a bishop at night, because somebody donated money and said I had to do that. Okay, we'll cut the king off. We'll do this. And we'll make a knight. And then we'll make a bishop. Let's see here. There's no reason to think about your moves. The moves don't matter. Thanks, Fem Beingold. Is it my move? I don't want to stalemate him. I do want to stalemate him, but All right, here we go. A knight and bishop are pretty sus. I have to think for like an hour on every move to mate. It's too hard. Like, I can't talk and do it. I got to laser focused on the position. I have to only look at the position and not talk to you guys at all. Otherwise, and I have to think like a minute every move. Otherwise, I'm finished. I'm finished. No. Anything but that. And I definitely can't ever pre-move. That's the number one thing, is I can't pre-move any of the moves. Because if I pre-move any of the moves, I won't be able to do it. Oh, mate. Huh. That was tough. That was first played in the game Gotcha versus Bitch. So who mates better, a bishop and knight, me or Nakamura? No, somebody donated and said I should mate with bishop and knight. Hans Superman, I think. C Burn 85 gifted a sub. This stream is lit. Hyphen Beingold. No, a guy told me I had to mate with bishop and knight. I told him it was too hard, and he said, too bad. Yeah, that's why I made the Naka joke. Naka can mate blindfold in 1 minute with bishop and knight. But sometimes when you're streaming and you're not paying attention and it's too easy and you don't care, sometimes you mess up. I've messed it up too when I've had 12 seconds left. Etc. That's incorrect, Sam Raptus. Incorrect. The important thing is to always be wrong. Man, nobody was impressed with how easily I made with bishop and knight. I thought you'd be like, wow, he made it with bishop and knight. I didn't know you could do that. Wow, he did it so quickly. Wow, he didn't even try. Wow, he pre-moved the last 4 moves. Instead, you guys are like, you're woke and you're ratio and you're based and I hate you and I hate your stream and I hate your family and, I hate the color of the board. Your shirt's terrible. I hate the background. That's what you guys all said. $9.99. Go Han Superman. Thanks for the donations. That's right. He isn't woke enough. Yeah. Awful gaming chair. Yeah, that's right. It was a present for Karen. Okay, let's go to the next quote unquote person. Close quote. I have no idea what country that is. I've never seen that flag. There's no way I'll be like, oh, that's the country. I've seen that flag before. I've never seen that flag. Taiwan. Oh, I've seen Taiwan's flag. I don't remember it being that. I don't play a lot of players from Taiwan. I have a good friend who lives in Taiwan. He used to live in Indiana. Then he moved to Taiwan. Yay, Seaburn gifted a sub. The hype train is close. We're getting close to 1,100 subs. Go 1,100 subs. I have a threat. This is like poker, except things actually happen. And nobody's taking my money out of my pocket. So this is different than poker. I had a funny hand today. I want you to guess my opponent's hand in the chat. If you guess my opponent's hand, you get a free sub. Assuming you're not a sub already. Okay, I had Jack 10 suited. I raised before the flop, and I got one caller. The flop was Ace, King, Queen, Rainbow. No clubs either, which is funny. Thanks, Trying to Learn. Thanks, Seaburn. Thanks, UCLA Chess, for the raid. Give him a shout out. Okay, so the flop is Ace, King, Queen, Rainbow. I have Jack 10 of clubs. I check. My opponent bet, and I called. The turn card was a 3. I think it was Rainbow. I think the 4 suits were different. And I checked. He bet. I went all in, and he called. He was short stacked. I had a lot more chips than he did. That's why I went all in. Okay, so what hand did my opponent have? Ooh, Lusty Barbarian Maid got it right. That was his hand, Ace 3. I didn't think the 3 would help him. I'm trying to extract money from him, and the 3 helped him. So that was nice. Yeah, so he called the all-in because he had twopers. Twopers were no good. And he did not get an ace or a 3 on the river, so I did win the hand. That's a bingo. Thanks for gifting the sub, GM Benjamin Feingold. If my opponent is watching on Twitch, the person I'm playing right now, Sunny Snow, if you can hear me and you're on Twitch and you can answer, do you know the person named Craig Stauffer? He lives in Taiwan. He does some chess stuff there. He's about 2,200, 2,300. He's American. Erstwhile subscribed. Yay, go Hype Train. A funny hand that I won, I had pocket 7s. I raised before the flop, and I got 1 caller. And the flop was Queen 3-3. And I bet, and he called. The turn was another queen. So there's 2 queens and 2 3s. I bet, and I was in position. So I'm sorry. He checked. I bet he called. Then another queen came. So there's 2 queens and 2 3s. He checked. I bet, and he called. Then the river was a jack, and he bet 55. The pot probably had about 75 in it. So I know this guy because we've played at the table for like 2 hours together. And I said, well, if he had a queen or a 3, he would have check raised or just bet, probably bet on the flop or the turn. So this looks like BS to me, this $55 bet on the river. So I called, and he said, this is the best part of the hand. He said, I got nothing. The way he said it, like if you were an actor in a movie, you'd watch that so you could learn how to say, I got nothing. When he said he got nothing, you could tell he had nothing. I got nothing. So I was like, I have 7. He says, yeah, 7's a good hand. Because you know why? He had nothing. I actually won a big pot against him when I played 6-4 suited, and I got a 4 on the flop and a 4 on the turn. And I was short at that point, so I doubled up through him. He never believed I had anything, and he was right to believe that. But a few times I had something. So. Let's see, what do I do? I don't know, A6. This guy's outplaying me. Everybody in the chat is banned. No, he had the most chips at the table. He had about 1,200 chips, and the maximum buy-in was 300. I didn't tell you about the hands he beat me, just the ones I won. Oh, I had a hand. I had pocket aces, and I flopped an ace. No, I didn't flop an ace. The board was like 2-2-7. Okay. Then the turn was an ace. So I have a full house on the turn, and the river was an 8. And on the river, I bet, and the guy went all in, and I called, and he got a full house on the river. He rivered himself. He had pocket 8s. So he was 100% sure he was winning because I didn't raise pre-flop with my aces. So I got all of his chips. That was a fun hand. I felt bad for the guy because he got an 8 on the river. So I hate when people river themselves, especially me. I hate when my hand improves on the river and now I got to lose more money. That's pretty sick to get an 8 on the river a full house, and you're dead. You were drawing dead. Teach him to play 8s. I don't think the guy played the hand badly. I think the guy played the hand fine. I just happen to have pocket aces. Truth hurts. Man, I turned a full house and he rivered a full house. We're great. We're just great players. If I was big blind and nobody raised, then I would raise. If I was in early position at a crazy table, then I would limp. Then there'd be raise, re-raise, and then I would pop it. But in this particular hand, nobody raised, which is unusual at that table. In fact, even when I raise from early position, I get re-raised a lot. It's pretty maniacal, that table. It's 1-3, that's what you get. You get craziness. Here was a funny hand. A guy raised to 6. It's a 1-3 table. This happened today. Guy raised to 6. And then we can discuss how dumb that is, but I won't. Then, let's see, am I losing the game or on time? So then the next person called 6. Okay, so one guy raised, one guy called the raise. It was a woman, but okay. Then the next guy raised to 13. Ugh. If you knew how to play poker, you'd realize how dumb that is. I mean, if you were good at poker. Anyway, so it was my turn, so I re-raised to 40. And then this was the strangest thing that happened all day at the table. Everybody folded. I mean, it's really hard to raise in that game and everybody folds. So that was a fun hand. I believe I had ace, queen of diamonds, but I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm right. Don't go to B1. Don't go to B1. Hey, he didn't go to B1. Always play king B1. Well, I don't want to analyze that game because I just got outplayed that game. After king B1, he's probably better. It's past pawn. I actually want to see who's better in this position. I think it's him. Oh, it says I'm winning. What? I'm winning? Oh, after king here, I can check and play C4 and start a mating attack. I'm winning here? I just thought I was worse. I mean, even materially, he's got a pass pawn. Wow, I'm +3. I'm better than I thought I was. 2 mistakes, 0 blunders. Really? Anyway, the funniest part was the guy who raised to 13. I like that guy. Also, we had a funny rules thing, which I explained to the table, and then the table collectively went, duh. The dealer immediately agreed with me, and the table was like, what? Nobody at the table still knows what's going on. A guy bet 45, and then the next, this is in the river, heads up. Guy bets 45. The next guy pushes all of his, I'm sorry, I apologize. The guy next to me bets 45. Okay. The next guy raises to 100 from the guy who bet 45. Now the 45 guy, he puts all of his chips in except 2 white chips. He's keeping those. And nobody said all in because he kept his 2 white chips, $2. And then the other guy said, yeah, I call. The other guy. And the other guy was winning. The guy who raised to 100 was winning. And then I said, that's an all in. Those $2 have to go in. And the guy next to me is like, why? I said, that's not a legal raise. So he has to go all in if he wants to raise. The amount of chips that he had equaled 145. So his opponent raised him 45 to 100. And then he put all of his chips in except for 2 whites, which equaled 145, which would be a $45 raise, which is an illegal raise. So therefore, if he pushes in all of his chips, he has to push in his last 2 chips because he is allowed to go all in, but he's not allowed to raise 45 and keep chips with him. And the dealer's like, that's right, I need those 2 white chips. And the table was like, what? What's poker? Also, it didn't matter in the least bit, but it was still a funny rules thing. Also, I think the guy didn't know he had the 2 white chips. I think he was intending to go all in, but he left himself a couple chips. Yeah, maybe he wants a Coke or something. I don't know. Or Pepsi, I guess, there. Okay, 273. Now the chat can be like, how is somebody 273? I don't understand it. Duh. Well, you think GMs sit around all day saying, how can people be 1,200? Okay, maybe we do. But that's not the point. I was in a car once. How old am I? 53. So this is like 35 years ago. I'm in a car. We're going to a chess club. Me and 2 guys who were like 1,700, 1,800, something like that. And we start talking about this one guy at the club. He's this strange guy. We're talking about this guy who's going to be at the club that night. And he said, man, that guy, I really like him. And he's really fun to talk to. I don't understand why he's so bad at chess. And the guy's like, 1,250. And I'm thinking, these guys are 1,700 and they're explaining to each other that this 1,250 is bad at chess. And I'm like, you're 1,700. You're not like, Bobby Fischer. You guys are class players. And if you play a GM, you get 0 out of 100, and that guy gets 0 out of 100. Like, you're better than him. But they made it seem like, how could somebody be 1,250? What's wrong with that guy? Why isn't he 1,700 like us? That was the insinuation. I was like, what? I mean, if the guys are 2,600 and they've been playing chess for 30 years, and the guy's been playing chess for 30 years and he's 1,200, you could be like, chess, he's not a grandmaster. What are you going to do? But they were like, he was like worse than them by, like 400 points. And they were like, oh man, what's wrong with that guy? And I was like, what? A lot of people are 1,200. A lot of people are less than that. But you guys do that on my stream. I play somebody who's 200, 300, 400. And you guys are like, how can somebody be 300? Well, I don't understand. They don't play as well as somebody who's high rated. That's chess. There's different levels of chess. I've met a lot of people in my life who I've seen play chess who aren't this good. They wouldn't be 273. This guy would crush them. I've met a lot of people like that. A lot of people that a 273 would just destroy. And then the 273 would say, why is that guy so bad at chess? People have different skill levels of the games they play. Some haven't played very long. Some don't understand certain things. And that's what happens. Everybody has different abilities. Nakamura probably can't understand when there's a mate in 2 that he sees in 1 second, why it takes me 30 seconds to see it. Because I'm old and no good. What does he understand about that? We 400 bits from Xenoid. No, you're not 600 if you know how the pieces move. I know a lot of people know how the pieces move, and they're only 100 because that's the minimum on U.S. chess. There was a guy in St. Louis 12 years ago. He played in tournaments all the time. He played game 30s, and he'd play slow chess, and he'd play blitz tournament. He's always playing tournaments. And he never won. And in slow rated chess, 30 minutes or slower, he lost like his first 57 games with no draws. Thanks, Man Moth. Thanks, Thomas Martin Knight. And his rating started at like 180, and he got down to 100, the lowest possible. Then he would go 0-3 in like a quad, and his rating would go up. And I'm not kidding. And that happened several times. He was 100, he lost all of his games. It wasn't provisional, it was regular. Then he would go up to like 102. So I asked the guy who was a director, I said, how do you lose all your games and your rating goes up? And the guy said, the director jokingly said, that guy's so bad that God is confused. The numbers can't go down anymore, so they just go up. They can't go down. There's hundreds at least. But I like that. God was confused, so the rating just went up. He made all legal moves. They just weren't very good. Sort of like the way I play, but somehow I win anyway. My moves also aren't very good, but I try to win. There was a game he was winning for sure. I was watching it. He was playing a little kid, and the little kid was like 100 strength. And the guy in question was winning. He was up on everything and mating him. It was all over. And he just sat there and sat there and sat there. He made a couple moves and his time ran out. So he lost that game too. But he was up tons of material, and he had mate in 2, mate in 3, mate in 4. But he just sat there looking at it and his time ran out. Man, truth hurts. Thanks, Seabird, 1985. When I was, 5, 6, 7 years old, I just would make moves and my pieces would go off the board and I didn't know why. I'm like, where did my piece go? I'd move a knight here and a guy would take it with a pawn. I'd be like, oh, damn. I'd put a knight here, which wasn't defended by a rook, and they would take it and I'd be like, ah. Oh. And that happened for years. And that's what happens. Then eventually you get better, hopefully. Hopefully. Thanks, Fen Beingold. This guy's 200 and I'm like, I have a slightly better position. Damn. Tough break for me. I used to beat 200s pretty easily, but now, old and terrible. Yeah, I had a high white blood cell count for like 2 months, and my doctor said I should see a hematologist. So my response was, what? What's a hematologist? Anyway, so whenever I would call for a hematologist to see if they take my insurance, they would say like, hello, Atlanta Cancer Center. Look, don't, even if you're a cancer center, don't put cancer in your name. That's very off-putting. So then they took my blood again. I was supposed to have the appointment next month, and my white blood cell count was normal. So she said, oh, you can cancel the appointment. So, I don't want to call a place and they answer the phone, we're the Cancer Institute. Like, come on, man. I'm a grandmaster. I want to hear that. I want them to answer the phone, nothing to see here, Institute. No problems at all. You're going to be fine, Institute. That's what I want to hear. Man, they got a name for every kind of doctor. Hematologist, god damn. Sounds like you're sick when you see somebody like that. Let's see, is that check? No. I'm getting the upper hand from the 200 player. Wait a minute, what are you, 200? What kind of move is that? The only move. Will they find it or flag will fall? Ah. I got two mates, one for each of you. Always play rook f1. And you guys thought I was going to win on time. Analyze that game. Jesus. I made 3 mistakes and 2 blunders. It says, you suck. And so forth. Yeah, exactly, Romex. Come on, man. Yeah, I called one place that was a medical. I didn't know what they did, but my insurance said they took the insurance. And I said, hello. And the person was very faint. I couldn't understand. Hello? They were talking, but I couldn't understand him. And eventually he said, I'm Jimmy Carter. And I was like, uh-oh, and I hung up. Man, god damn. Complicated joke. Fen Beingold gifted a sub. Oh, snap. Well, at least I know what school Jimmy Carter went to. Old school. What do I play here? Oh, yeah, I play this. Yeah, I called this Greek Institute to get a referral for a doctor, and the guy's name was Sans Testicles. And I was like, never mind. Yeah, you don't check yourself out of the hospice. Yeah, unless you die. Yeah, if you're in hospice and you're 98, that means you're not going to live 2 more months. Otherwise, you'd just be home, like, building houses. This guy plays better than I do. Damn, hate that. The Ski Ball Oncology Center. That's right, Pepega from New Jersey. No, I'm sure that Jimmy Carter's cheated death 2 or 3 times, but when you're in hospice and you're 98, then death is like, okay, that's enough. There's a picture on Twitter of Jimmy Carter and Rosalind from before you were born with Henry Winkler and his wife. His wife's also famous, but I forgot her name. If you say her last name, I'll be like, that's her, but I forgot her last name. Anyway, and then somebody on Twitter wrote, these 2 couples, Henry Winkler and his wife, and Jimmy Carter and his wife, in total have been married 120 years. God damn. I think Jimmy Carter and his wife have been married like 75 years. Yeah, I have a threat. He's 1100, 50-50. Either he'll see it or he won't. Dang. I mean, this is the best move, but that would confuse everybody. I do like playing the best move, though. So I guess I'll go there. Little X-ray action. Yeah, Stacy Weitzman sounds right. Yeah, that's right. Sounds like a Homer Simpson quote. Let me tell you how bad Trump is. Like, I'm going to give a specific reason why he's bad, not the general reason. So, like, when Jimmy Carter's in his 90s, he's like going on job sites and building homes for Habitats for Humanity. Okay, you got all that? Okay. Now, I want you to try really hard. Really hard. You're going to try really hard. Imagine Trump doing that. Building homes for, Habitats for Humanity. Nothing on earth is less likely. Always play Bishop F1. Thanks, Thirsty Monster, for rating with a party of 38. Go Thirsty Monster. Shouts out. That's right. Trump would be there tearing them down while Carter's building them. Right. He'll throw paper towels. He'll have somebody else do it and won't pay them. Paper towels. That was good. Here's some paper towels for your floods. What's the dumbest thing Trump ever did? Throw paper towels to people who were dying in floods and earthquakes and stuff, or make fun of the guy who was handicapped by like shaking like this when he was imitating the guy, which is more absurd. The answer is both. The best part about Trump making fun of that guy was then Trump saying, I wasn't making fun of that guy. And the Trumpers are like, whatever, I'd make fun of that guy too. I don't care. Sharpie on the weather map was pretty dumb. That was funny though. Hurricane map with a Sharpie. But that is funny. The other ones aren't funny. I mean, okay, throwing paper towels is a little funny. No, the Sharpie one's funny though. I'll give Trump has good nicknames. He's good at being funny. Not a good president, but he's good at being funny. Sometimes it's unintentional that he's funny. Sometimes. Also, how can the president not go to jail when he calls the Georgia Secretary of State and says, I need 11,780 votes? What world do we live in? That was a perfect call. That was the perfect number I needed to win the election. The funny part is, if Trump had stolen Georgia, he still would have lost the election. That wouldn't have helped. He had to steal like 2 or 3 states. It was just embarrassing to lose Georgia, because Georgia governors are always Republican. So him losing Georgia was embarrassing. Never play F3. Let's see, wait, what's happening? What's this doing? Why is that there? I was going to take my bishop. Now I'm confused. I like when he told the doctor staying next to him this idea of bleach and, getting chemicals into you to get rid of the virus. We'll look into that. And they were like, we'll look into that. What? Remember, person, man, camera, etc. Yeah, there was a lot of funny stuff. I must admit. A lot of funny stuff. Du Bishops, Worte aus. I mean, that move's not good. Always sack the exchange. All right. That's a terrible move, by the way, but I got to follow my stream rules. Like, this move is so unbelievably terrible, I can't even explain to you how terrible it is. It would take weeks to explain how bad that move is. I think he's going to play rook here, and I'm going to take it. That's what I think is going to happen. Man, I was so close. I've never been that close and been wrong. 1 square away. Maybe it was a mouse slip. Maybe he meant to go here. Definitely play here. And then I'll play e4. Yep. I got that one right. Then I'll be like, Zetronic subscribed. Good, good. More schmeckles. 25 schmeckles. Truth hurts. Wait, he lost on time just in the right position. This is the right position to do it in. I made that exchange sacrifice look like genius instead of how stupid it was. Why not take the free rook? When was it free? Let's see. No, 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 no. There we go. No, I wasn't trying to win his rook. I was trying to queen. That's why I didn't see his rook was attacked. I was like, he's going to play king d7. I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to go check. And then I'm going to queen. And then he played here. And I was like, oh, I can't play e5. Luckily, I won quicker than if I had taken his rook. Because now I got unstoppable rar. Yeah, I didn't see I could take his rook. I didn't know bishops move backwards. But they only move forwards. Can't remember stuff like that. Make sure you're a sub if you're playing me. Some of you aren't subs. Boo, boo. Let's see. Saudi Arabia. I heard of that. Stan Smith went there once on an episode. C5? What are you, 7? Huh? Oh. Well, he can't blame alcohol for C5. Oh, he's chatting to me. Sorry I played C5. All of my wives are nagging me right now. Okay. That's reasonable. Put it in H. Go American Dad. What do you know about Saudi Arabia? I saw that episode of American Dad. Okay, that's good. None of my moves make any sense. Damn. Maybe I'm 700. I don't know it. Maybe it's a Twilight Zone episode where I'm a grandmaster, but now I'm 700. That'll be like in 2 years. Yeah. Left rack of dry arrows. Let's see if Karen's texted me. My phone's at 100%. Yeah, 99%. 99%, but a phone ain't one. Hit me. Maybe he won't see his bishops attacked. Ta-da. Come on, let's get to 1,100 subs. Let's do it. I donated a sub. Is it my move? Bishop F5. That is my move. My name is on the list. Yes. Your name is one under the list that you can actually see. He doesn't know the en passant rule, does he? Do they have en passant in Saudi Arabia? Maybe. Why would anyone sub here? You are a sub. What? Oh wait, you're not a sub. What is that? I thought that was a sub thing, but it's not. Or is it? What is that? Is that a Perrier bottle? Is dyslexic a sub? There's some thing he has next to his name. It is a sub thing? Okay. Yeah, if you're going to complain that people shouldn't sub here, you should be a sub because that's funnier. Let's see who else is streaming. Who's chess? Okay, she's doing Hogwarts. That's hot tubs, marbles, poker, poker, poker. Oh, CL Smith, chess. Go CL Smith. No wonder he wasn't here being my mod. He was streaming. Yay, Fen Beingold. Why aren't you playing the Hogwarts game? That is a good question. Yeah, if you challenge me, your name's on the stream, you can see it, except for 2 people who are under that. Sometimes the challenges go away, like if you leave live chess or chess.com just feels like timing you out. Then the more you donate, then you get to the top of the list. Certain people have special rights. Yeah, I was doing something. Knight check, rook takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, draw agreed. Then I take this and I win a pawn? No, I lose a piece. I have to take this. All right, we'll put the rook here. That was too complicated. When do you stream hot tub? Exclaim question mark. I don't know. Good question. Thanks for the question. Good question. Ben isn't playing the Harry Potter game because he rejects J.K. Rowling's. Is that how you spell Rowling's? I don't think so. I think that's like the sports equipment. Turf politics. Yeah, that's what I do. Who? When J.K. Rowling was unknown and she went to the publisher, they said, "What's your name?" And she said, "J.K., no J.K., J.K." And they were like, "All right." I knew it was trying to learn because something was spelled wrong. Otherwise, it wouldn't be him. Then I'll teach him to pay for dinner, breakfast for us last week. We saw Trying to Learn last Sunday in D.C., and he paid for our breakfast. Man, this is almost mate. I gotta watch it. It's too close to be mate for comfort. Okay, that's good because it's not mate now because the game's over. Should I report myself for USCF for cheating? Well, it's not called the USCF anymore. It's called the US Chess Federation. I think because of the Cycling Federation, they wanted to differentiate. But no. No, we had breakfast at Silver Diner There's actually one in D.C. near the ballpark, but we ate a different one. We ate at the one in Virginia, some city I've heard of. I don't know what this city is, but I heard of it. So don't you forget it. Arlington, that's the city I've heard of. Yeah, Silver Diner is good if you're a vegan. They have stuff labeled vegan. It's even better if you're not a vegan. A dealer told me a funny story. Well, she didn't tell me, she told the table. So she was an overweight dealer, and she would mention that she was overweight and such. And she's like, yeah, I don't look too good, and so forth. Anyway, she has a lot of kids, and she was telling us about her 12-year-old daughter. And her 12-year-old daughter threw a fit because, this is a good reason to throw a fit, because she went in the fridge and there was a package of bacon, and she wanted to eat that package of bacon, but it was only 12 ounces and she wanted a pound of bacon. So she was like, she threw a fit in the house. I don't want 12 ounces of bacon. I want 16 ounces of bacon. Why did you buy 12 ounces of bacon? She's furious. Her daughter was also overweight, I believe. Now, you guys eat bacon because you're all terrible. Is that something you should throw a fit over? 12 ounces versus 16? I don't even know how much bacon that is. Are you supposed to eat 16 ounces of bacon or 12 ounces, or that's already ridiculous? It sounds ridiculous, but I don't know. What do I know? Bacon's important. Ridiculous and delicious. This conversation definitely happened. Thoughts on Mike Hummer? He's the best. No, but I mean, like, if you go to a restaurant and order an order of bacon for breakfast, how many ounces is it, or how many, what, you know, like, is it 12 ounces? Is it 6 ounces? Is it 4 ounces? If you just go to a restaurant and order some. Yeah, this position's tough. There's all kinds of tricks here. I hate paying attention to the position. It's very annoying. All right, I don't like that move. I don't like any move. All right, I guess I like this move. Well, when you buy bacon at a store and it's in a package, how big is the package? Is it usually 12 ounces? Is it usually 16? And if it was 12 and you were used to buying 16, would you throw a fit? That's the important thing. Would you walk around the house screaming that you're only having 12 ounces of bacon? These are important questions. So if you ate 16 ounces of bacon and you told somebody you did, they would think you're nuts, basically. Is that what you're saying? They would be like, no, you didn't. That's insane. Right, they wanted the whole package. They were just mad that the package was 12 ounces instead of 16. Yeah, bacon's like the worst thing you can eat. Like, it just gives you cancer. Obviously, you're killing pigs, and pigs are smarter than dogs, so that's abhorrent, and you shall be ashamed of yourself. I'm talking about the health reasons. And you should be ashamed of yourself. We. Donkey Storm quoting Pulp Fiction. I mean, a rat might taste like pumpkin pie, but I'm not going to eat the filthy motherfucker. How do I get in here? That's what she said, or he said. Whichever is funnier. I might play King F1. Damn. I just want to do stuff in there. But his pieces that can't legally move are stopping me. All right, I guess I got to go on this side of the board. There's trying to learn. Go tensor extension. Ban everybody. I've had rat. Huh. If you're not a vegan, you deserve to be insulted. It goes with the territory of being a monster. Yeah, like the reason people say, well, I can't be a vegan because animals are delicious. I mean, babies might be delicious too, but you don't kill them and eat them. I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. Yeah, so you're all banned, basically. Unless you give a sub, then I'll keep you around. Go Fen Beingold. Fen Beingold knows what's up. Gives subs, gives money. Has a good name. And I draw arrows. Yay. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side, yeah. I put my rook on the 8th. The knight turns into the bishop. Tried to run, tried to hide. That bishop sucks so much, I'm not even gonna take it. Break on through. It's the Père Lachaise attack. Let's see, 4,600 watching this stream. Only about 50 people got that joke. That's good odds. Break on through. Queen C3, god damn. The only thing worse than eating pigs is Queen C3. Break on through to the other side, yeah. So this isn't mate because he has King E3. Trying to learn, but then I have rook takes, rook check, queen takes, king here. I'll have a mate somewhere. There's got to be a mate somewhere there. It should be. It's only fair. I don't see the mate, but you know, it should be somewhere. I guess this is going to be mate soon. This is a good position to take a picture of because look at his bishop. So that's a funny position. That's what you get for not being a vegan. You get crushed. That's a good final position. It looks semi-illegal. Sting wants that bishop. Good one, man, Ma. Good one. The answer is fries? Exactly. All right, on to the next game. Onward and upward. as George Costanza would say. Is that who said it? I think so. Mm-hmm. My wife bought me the chair as a present like 5 years ago. 4 years ago? I don't know where she got it. It was expensive. I like it. Big chair. I'm a big guy. Got big threats. The pawn's a little nervous. Shaky. It's known in the biz as the Parkinson's pawn. I don't have some trick that wins here? Like I should. Darn, I got nothing. He's got knight here. Dang. But I have all my pieces out. Wah. And he's got like this action. Tried to hide. How do I not have a one-move win here? I mean, this might win. I don't know. This knight's trapped on a8. Yeah, I'll just castle like a bum. So me and Bob Schiffoni, when Bob was alive, we're playing bridge. And there's this couple in Michigan who, well, the husband's obviously not alive. The wife might be. Beverly and Tom Gardner. And Tom Gardner had Parkinson's. And he was one of the top bridge players in Michigan for like 30 years. And he was like in his 70s. And he's playing. And we played them. And we went to the next table and I said, what did you think about Tom? Because he was like a famous player in Michigan in bridge. And Schiffoni said he's a little shaky. That's the Schiffoni humor for you. Let's see, take this. Yeah, I guess here. I can't believe I haven't won the game yet. That like in a black position looks okay. It's not fair. I was having so much fun. I don't understand why I'm not winning. This is a terrible debacle of chess rules. Why am I not better here? This isn't fair. I played here and here and here. Come on, where's what's his name? Esserman. Esserman. Here he comes, he'll resign. Esserman, Esserman. Watch that B pawn fly. I have no idea what to do. Here, I don't know. Do I require less sleep since I turned vegan? I don't know. I don't lay awake at night thinking of all the pigs that are murdered because I'm hungry. So yes, I need less sleep. Wait, what did he do? Queen F6. He can just do whatever he wants and I can't get an advantage? Just make any move? Damn. Wait a minute. It's Taiwan again. I already played this person. It's possible. Would you play white squares or lava? What? I like lava. Do you know why people from Bangkok spend more money in Taiwan than they do in China? I just made this joke up like right now, by the way. I'll say the joke again because it was pretty long and confusing. Why do people in Bangkok spend more money in Taiwan than they do in China? The answer, Taipei. Dun, 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 dun. That's such a dumb move. Ugh. Why isn't my knight here? I'm so mad. Do you 1v1 your viewers? What? I play my subs, so I guess yes. I guess. Can you ask again in Tamil, and then I'll answer you, or Telugu? Yeah, either one's fine. Telugu or Tamil. Then I'll answer you. English, I didn't really get it. We. You know what the most popular language for babies is in India? The answer is Telugu. All we hear is Radio Goo. By the way, Lady Gaga named herself after that song, Radio Gaga, just so you know. She was a Queen fan. She picked a strange song to name herself after, but yeah, all right. It's all good. Man, this is terrible. All right, I guess I'll win my pawn back. But at what price? Oh, thanks, Tharking. Oh, Karen's home. Tharkling. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I understand perfectly. I even know Tulu, and you haven't heard of that. Nate Shadow the Man. Oh, maybe you have. I was in India before half this stream was born. I mean, you guys must be really young because I was there 11 years ago, 12 years ago, 11 and a half years ago. What's the most popular Chinese dish in India? I just made this joke up too. Answer, Telugu Kaipan. Here, I don't know. Here? I guess I shouldn't lose my queen. By the way, I'm not kidding when I say the next thing, and it really sounds like I'm kidding. In 2011, I went to China, and from China, I went to India. They're both for chess reasons. And I was in stores, and in some of the stores in China I was in, I look at like the things and it said made in India. And when I was in India, some of the things were made in China. That surprised me, but you know, what do I know? I'm like, I was just in China. Why is this made in China? This game's like, you know, Anand versus Carlsen. It's just like nothing's happening, etc. Somebody wins on time for some reason. Go Anand. One mistake, one blunder, one missed win. That's like one scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One mistake, one blunder, one missed win. I haven't seen Karen in about 2 hours. Had to bail out her friend. 200 bits. You are literally eating Mugu Gaipan right now. God damn. And it's from Telugu. SR Tortuga subscribed. Hooray. Go Bad Romance. That wasn't my favorite Gaga song, but it was definitely top 4. No, but seriously, with the Ramirez controversy, Lady Gaga did warn us. So we have only ourselves to blame. Go St. Louis Assassin. I even know who St. Louis Assassin is. Chess.com timed me out. Accept my challenges. All right. Whatever you guys say. Make sure you're a sub. Oh, you are a sub. Okay. I can play in any order I want. It's my stream. Probably you got timed out because you're slow, eh? It's me, Thaddeus. I'm your friend. Wait, you're the bad Thaddeus. No. The bad Thaddeus. I've been vegan 5 years, I think. I have to look on Wikipedia to find out how long I've been vegan, because they mention it there. I became a vegetarian in July of 86, and then I became a vegan on January 1st as a New Year's resolution like 5 years ago. I think it's been 5 years. Don't call my name, don't call my name, Bad Romance. Hey, don't attack my queen, then you might take it when I mouse slip. Terrible. Frankly, delicious. Alejandro. I was afraid he'd play that. Okay, so if I sack a piece, and then I go there, I'm not good at calculating, so this might not work out well. I could also just do that, and he's better. But if I don't sack a piece, I'm even more worse. Although I could play bishop d4 and sack a piece. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. All right, we'll let him play double discovered triple checkmate. Which one did he do? That one? That wasn't the one. I think that's the best move, but I wasn't worried that I would lose immediately. I can go here. That's a good place for my king. Then I can castle really long later because I don't see the bishops here or the queens here or my king moved. I could castle like this, king here, rook here. Perfectly legal. Alejandro. Why are there so many viewers? Because I'm on Chess TV. Come back when I'm not on Chess TV and there won't be any viewers. No, knight f7, I take his queen. So that would be worse. Then I play pawn takes queen. Yeah, if he plays knight f7, I play pawn takes queen. Yeah, just take us to breakfast trying to learn. Don't suggest chess moves. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. We're off Chess TV. So we lost all our viewers. King f1. God damn, that's like the guy who folded aces against King 10 against Scott Seaver. Jesus Christ. Those Germans are tight. That's the way they like it too. Good and tight. That's what a German virgin is. Good and tight. Alejandro. My position's not that bad now. Like both of us stand badly. Both of our positions suck. Now I can castle this way for sure. Pre-move. What? This way? Damn. Stupid chess.com's broken again. Queen takes d3 check was first played in the game. Gotcha, bitch. Then it was played in the game O versus Snap. Then it was played by O again in the game Oh No versus You Didn't. Man, the final position looks crushing. Okay, this says I made 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and 0 missed wins. None of that is true. It's all lies. I'll do an actual analysis to see how many blunders I made. I might have just made 1. The game wasn't very long. Complicated. I played 82.8. I had 1 miss, 2 mistakes, 1 inaccuracy, no blunders? No blunders? What? Ridiculous. The worst game I ever played. I did win pretty quickly and in dominating fashion, but still. Worst game ever. Well, the guy begged me to play him. So no 3 minute, just 5 minute. Don't call my name. Let's see, I haven't played that stupid gambit yet. I think it's called Stupid Gambit. All right, I'm out of theory. So it's either going to be here or here. I usually like playing this move. I just like doing that. Nobody does that. I just push my queenside pawns. It doesn't make any sense, but I do it anyway. Okay, I don't know. Here? At least my bishop can hide if he plays d4 or b4 later. Yeah, Eric Rosen has like tons of prep and theory and analyze to force wins. And after knight c6, dc6, like I'm done. I got nothing. Thanks, St. Louis Assassin. It's Ray K. I know that it's Ray K. I knew that was you. You put arrested instead of attested. Very good. Oh, you corrected it. Okay. Yeah, I know it's you, Ray K. You can call him Ray or you can call him K, but don't call him Ray K. Let's see. Knight takes e4. Knight takes e4. Resigns. Damn. Terrible analysis, but accurate. Let's take this, see what happens. It's check. Okay, now for my next trick. Now I can take this. Let's see. Takes here, here. Never play f6. I stopped bishop c4 check because my pawn's here. That's actually funny. Rook d1, queen e7, queen takes c6. Fe, queen a8, ef check, king d2. Okay, queen d6 check. Wait, bishop d3. Damn. All right, so I probably shouldn't do that. All right, then I won't do it. Don't come around here no more. Tom Petty can tell him. Tom Petty's dead. Tom Petty's dead. Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. Whose motorcycle is this? It's not a motorcycle. It's a chopper. Whose chopper is this? Zed. Who's Zed? Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. Assume Bruce Willis will be dead. Man, truth hurts. And Zed will be alive, I assume. Gotta find out if the actor playing Zed is still alive. I tell everybody that I was the Gimp in Pulp Fiction because, you know, you don't know who it was, so it could have been me. Firepawn88 subscribe with Prime. Thanks for the sub. Somebody else do something? Somebody must have done something because I got a thing. You know, I'm like, it's all happening. Let me see. I have to go to Streamlabs and find out. Don't call my name. St. Louis Assassin subscribed and Firepawn88 subscribed. That's why the hype train is close. It's Karen. Let's see. Somebody said hi to Karen. How's everybody doing? It's Karen. You gonna come downstairs, Karen, for a minute? Okay, what's happening? Okay. Alejandro. Man, this pawn sacrifice opening up a pawn. Soon to be too. You're doing your email backlog. No. No. Is it my move? It is my move. Okay, let's not get mated on the back row like Etienne would. Active Rick you got there. Or is he just happy to see me? Man, this is like poker, except I'm winning. Yes. I'm going to promote my king. Three connected passed pawns. What else? Three disconnected passed pawns. That's what else. I'll try you bishop and knight, mate. Stalemate's getting pretty close here. All right. I guess that's a stupid square for my knight. What am I, Nakamura? What kind of technique is this? I'm too old to do it. That's a bad move, but what are you going to do? Sometimes you got to make bad moves. Well, at least I made it close. That's good. You have one legal move, dude. Thanks, DS Panda, for subscribing. Thanks, FM John Curtis Chess, for raiding. Go, FM John Curtis Chess. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, 2 seconds. No. No, with 0 seconds. I pre-moved, but it didn't work. No. Man, what am I, Nakamura over here? 116 moves. Let's see how if it was like getting close to 50 too. 66. Wow, that was move 50. That was the 50th move. Was mate. And I got to 0. No. Man, that was some bad technique. The only game I didn't win the whole stream. I had a minute left too. Jesus Christ. That's what happens when you get old. No, I wasn't making fun of my opponents. I couldn't do it. I can hear the yell from downstairs before I heard it on the stream. That's good. Yeah, a few months ago, I think Hikaru did mate with Bishop and Knight, just like I just didn't do it. I played the mating move too, but it wouldn't let me do it. That's the 50th move. Oh wait, is it 40? Am I miscounting? I think I'm miscounting. I think it's 40. No, it's 66. That is 50. Yeah, this is my last pawn move, is move 66. So I had to mate this move or it was going to be a draw by 50 move rule. That would be great, mating on the 50th move. That'd be genius. I probably shouldn't have thanked John Curtis for, raiding me or whatever. But I thought I had plenty of time, so I didn't care. Terrible. That's the worst technique you've ever seen. You have to look at other people do it. What about Anna Ushanina? What's my favorite book on the shelf behind you? I don't know. I don't have a favorite book. Books are for losers. Yeah, I read chess books before you guys were born. Then I forgot about them. All right, last game, double or nothing. Although I might play one more after. Possible. My favorite shelf, the one that's easiest to reach. Man, I ran out of time. Usually I only did it in 3 minutes, not 5 minutes. I looked and I had like 3 seconds left and I went, no. And then I started playing faster. Yeah, I should have just pre-moved the mate, but I was trying to figure out whose turn it was. Whenever I start pre-moving, I don't know whose turn it is, and then I stalemate people. So I made sure that it was mate instead of stalemate, and that cost me like, 1/10 of a second. I should have just guessed 50-50, and then I would have done it if I had guessed right. But I knew it was mate the way I did it. So that cost me like half a second. What a blunder. And because Karen's watching this stream, or she's there, I'll make the diamond. Yay. Hey, you stopped my diamond. Now you get punished. Now I take all your pieces because you stopped the diamond. Throwing it all away, and there's nothing that I can say. I've watched your queen go round and round. Never play F3. Singing Phil Collins. That's what this stream has come to. I didn't play Rook A1, but I played Rook A2. I'm not even sure which move is better. I think Rook A1's better. But I didn't see Rook A1. That's a good reason not to play it. Yeah, this made it quicker, so I guess that was better. 0 mistakes, 0. Well, let's see if I played in the 90s. It says I made 0 mistakes and 0 blunders and all that nonsense. Usually I do well after the games I don't win. 89.7? No! Boo! Big money, no whammy, stop! $3. I read books, Jerry. Oh. Go Rick and Morty. All right, we got time for another game. They said he was hung, and they was right. Put it in H. Boy, knight f5 was a bad move. I like playing knight f5. It's one of my, it's like a tier 2 or tier 3 thing. Emote. The tears of a clown. All right, time to sack everything for no particular reason. Because, why not? It's like in poker when I bet, I'm just kidding. Very similar. But wait, he didn't take my free piece. No, now he's attacking all of my pieces. 4 pieces. 4! Terrible. See, now this is something that's bothered me for many years. There's a scene in Blazing Saddles where they hang a horse and a guy at the same time because he has blazing saddles. The guy's sitting on a horse and there's a noose around both of their necks. Okay, so it seems like you can't say that they were hung or they were hanged because the horse was hung and the man was hanged. So you have to say it separately. You can't say they were hanged or they were hung because one was hung and one was hanged. If you see what I'm saying. Thank you. What's that noise? Just the sound of a man and a horse being hung. All my pieces are still hanging. All right, let's take one of them, I guess. I don't know. He's going to play bishop takes f5. Huh. All right, I got to take something. Yeah, this is so lost. All my pieces are still hanging. Damn. I feel bad for my opponent when I trick him and win. Nobody's streaming chess that Karen follows. Yeah. More pieces are hanging. A knight on d5 isn't hanging. That's pretty good. What do you do when every move loses? Just make one of them? All right. Maybe I can get away with bishop e7. Maybe. At least it's fun for the audience. I don't even know what move he made. I heard a noise. Oh, he took the king takes knight. Okay, good. That's a good move to make. Now I'm ahead material for some reason. Not sure what the reason is. About time I castled. Move 19. 19. All right, I guess I have to take it. But I don't have to like it. It's still unclear. A perfect game of chess. He should hang. You know why he hung his rook in this position? It's because of his handle, well hung rook. Played here. So he's well hung rook. I do have more rooks than he does. That was a good move. I guess I have another G4. I got two G4s, one for each of you. This is the worst game. I agree. But now it looks like a normal game. Just don't look at the first 30 moves, just this part. The truth hurts. Change his handle to well-hung bishop. Okay, bishop and knight, mate. Don't resign. I'll try to do it again. No, he lost on time. I couldn't mate him. Darn. I can never mate anybody. Somebody always loses on time when there's mate in one. No. I was probably going to mate him next move if he didn't lose on time, since I pre-moved it. But that was better. No. I have good technique, except the last time when I couldn't do it. Terrible. and so forth. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be streaming, 7 o'clock, 7:30. I don't know.